Witam wszystkich bardzo serdecznie z tej strony Koko i kolejny odcinek A.B.C. Morderstw, który rozpoczynamy w tym samym momencie, co zakończyliśmy poprzedni, czyli kontynuujemy śledztwo w sprawie morderstwa Betty Barnard z Bexhill i obecnie znajdujemy się w jej domu, a teraz w jej pokoju. Mój drogi, mógłbyś wypchnąć na tą
A
kartkę?
record sleeve with an handwritten title. Betty must have recorded the demo. I'd be interested to hear it.
No ja też. To teraz wypnijmy na rzeczy, które są na komórce.
Something on this clock bothers me.
Tak, ja też widzę jakąś kartkę tutaj. Pokaż.
This wooden panel is blocked. I can't open it.
No tak, ale kartka.
Strange. A sheet of paper is blocked in the clock.
Tutaj coś możemy zrobić? Nie.
This wooden panel is blocked. I can't open it.
Tu coś jest. Zobaczmy.
What a strange mechanism. I don't think it serves to turn the hands.
No i przyjrzyjmy się temu czemuś.
This metal disc is stuck.
Czyli wszystko jest zablokowane. A tutaj mogę poruszać wskazówkami, czy nie? Mogę.
There, that's better.
No, szybko poszła. Ale wątpię, czy rozwiążemy tak szybko zagadkę tego zegara. Czyli wszystko jest zablokowane, tak? A tu są jakieś dekoracje. Coś
This
da się
decoration
zrobić?
appears to be firmly fastened.
O nie. A tu?
This leg is not well attached.
O! Wreszcie jakaś dobra wiadomość. No to może spróbujmy tutaj na dole też.
Could the screw be slightly loose? Good. It should be possible to open the wooden panel.
Okej, otwieramy.
Look, a key.
Zabieramy.
This could be useful.
A to co to jest?
This code probably has something to do with the mechanism above the clock.
Czyli 3, 1, 2, 2.
This code probably has something to do with the mechanism above the clock.
No dobrze. Zacznijmy od tego. Bo się rusza, nie? Tak. To tam były 3. To spróbujmy tak. Tu jest ustawiony na środku. Tam było 1. Ale spróbujmy tu. Zobaczymy. Tu były 2. To jest chyba dobrze. Zobaczmy. Tak. Okej. Mamy kluczyk. Tu gdzie go mam? O, okej.
Ah, something clicked on the front of the clock.
No i bardzo dobrze. Voila!
This could be useful. Betty, I enjoyed a wonderful evening in your company, and I hope that we will see each other again very soon. D. My dearest Betty, I know that your art is already spoken for, but you are the most beautiful dancer I have ever had the pleasure of meeting, and I am impatient to see you again. Adrian.
Niezły numer z tej naszej Betty, nie? Myślę, że już jej pokój mamy cały ogarnięty. Możemy wrócić na dół. Pokaż mi ten gramofon jeszcze. Mamy tu jakiś kluczyk przecież. Da się otworzyć?
Let us see. What is this cupboard hiding?
No właśnie chcę się tego dowiedzieć.
This looks like solfège.
To jest jakaś płyta. 7-8 Betty. Pokaż nam kredensikusie. Tutaj coś jest. Zabieramy.
There is bound to be a clue somewhere.
Tak, klikam.
I heard the sound of a mechanism
O,
being triggered.
naprawdę? To przez przypadek, kochani. Nie wiedziałam, co kręcę. Ale tu będzie na pewno to 7-8, nie? Dobrze pamiętam.
I just have to put the record on the gramophone and start it. That doesn't work. I must have forgotten a step.
Czyli mówisz, że o czymś zapomniałam. A tu? O, właśnie. O podniesieniu igły. Możemy ją na dół dać. Teraz tą korbę, nie?
Oh, Donald! We're in the middle of recording.
Sorry, Betty, but it's not wise. The doctor said you should rest your voice.
You're such a killjoy sometimes.
Betty was such a good singer.
It's true. Did she have any problem with her throat?
Yes, she had to be careful with her voice. Of course, she didn't follow the doctor's advice. If Don didn't insist, she... Well, it's too late for all that now.
It looks like this woman is single, but she has feelings for someone.
Rozmazany tusz, nie, załzawione oczy. Tutaj trzyma zdjęcie Betty i Donalda. I nie jest kobietą zamężną.
She is looking so intensely at this photo. But is it really a sister that she's studying in this manner?
Dobrze, możemy ją przesłuchać.
They made the perfect couple, am I correct?
Yes, in a way. She was pretty and he...
Well?
He's a bright man, with a promising career ahead of him. He would have made Betty a good husband. He was always attentive and generous. Oh, a true gentleman.
I hear a note of envy in your voice.
You must have heard wrong.
Zapytamy, czy Donald był o nią zazdrosny.
You have not mentioned Donald's jealousy.
There's nothing to say.
Poprośmy ją o współpracę.
I am not your enemy, Mademoiselle Barnard.
And you are not my friend either. Mr. Poirot, sir.
Yes, but your lies are not helping Mr. Fraser, or you for that matter.
Zapytamy, dlaczego chroni narzeczonego Betty.
I know that Fraser was jealous, but I wonder why you feel the need to protect him.
Protect him? I hope you're not suggesting...
That you are Fraser's accomplice? There is nothing to suggest that, at least not yet. It would appear that your sister's murder is the second in a series that we have to stop as quickly as possible. The first was in Andover, and the same as your sister, the murderer sent me a letter informing me that a crime would be committed in that town. Now can I count on your honesty?
Yes, you have my confidence, Mr. Poirot. Don is a quiet and sensitive young man, slightly reserved too, and as is often the case with reserved people, when he flew into a temper, he completely lost control. He could be so violent. Betty was frightened.
And when was this?
The first time was about a year ago, but they rowed more recently. Donald found out that Betty had lied to him. She said she was going out with a girlfriend, but she went out for dinner with a married man. It was an awful scene. She told him that until they were married, she was free to go with whoever she pleased. Donald turned quite pale and started shaking and kept saying one day...
Well?
He'd commit murder.
Zapytamy, czy Donald faktycznie mógł zabić Betty.
Do you think that is what happened?
No, Mr. Poirot, I don't believe that. You yourself said he may be a recidivist madman. Don loved Betty with all his heart. I can't imagine for one instant that he would hurt her.
Very good, Mademoiselle Barnard. Thank you for your help.
Fraser is at the Ginger Cat. The police haven't spoken to him, but they want to.
Très bien, Hastings. Let's see him now. Au revoir, mademoiselle. My deepest condolences to your parents.
Of course, Mr. Poirot. And don't be too hard on Don. He's more fragile than he looks.
If you say so. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Okej. Co Betty planowała robić wieczorem? Co wiemy? Wiemy, że Betty najprawdopodobniej planowała spotkać się z kimś tego wieczoru. To bym dała. Betty często wychodziła w celach towarzyskich. Poza Donaldem Betty spotykała się również z innymi mężczyznami. O tej porze roku to miejsce odwiedza bardzo dużo ludzi. Do restauracji Ginger Cat przyszedł samotny gość i zamówił whisky with a horse. Na szyi ofiary widoczny jest ślad i dzień wcześniej Betty okłamała Donalda na temat swoich planów. Myślę, że to bym dała. I że często wychodziła w celach towarzyskich. Nie? Nie to może to, co powiedziała Megan, że spotykała się z innymi mężczyznami. Tak. Betty, kochani, okłamała Donalda, ponieważ umówiła się na randkę z innym mężczyzną. Czy Betty znała swojego napastnika? No na szyi, kochani, ofiary jest ślad, więc na pewno tak, uwiódł ją, a
Let us now try and
następnie
get our brain cells
zamordował.
to work.
Co Megan Barnard ukrywa swoim zachowaniem? Jak to co? Widać to jak na dłoni, zakochana w Donaldzie. Betty była utalentowaną wokalistką? Nie. Megan naprawdę lubiła Donalda, powinno być napisane lubi. Gapiła się na zdjęcie Betty i Donalda, ale ja myślę, że chodziło tylko o Donalda, ponieważ Megan ma do niego słabość. Czy Megan Barnard miała motyw, aby zamordować własną siostrę? Nie. Poza Donaldem Betty spotykała się również z innymi mężczyznami, a nasza Megan, kochani, jest po prostu zazdrosna o Betty. Okej, no to idziemy teraz do tej restauracji.
You've seen Fraser, Hastings. What is your feeling?
He's a big chap. Fragile isn't exactly the word that springs to mind. I talked to his landlady before seeing him. She went to bed at 11. Fraser wasn't home yet.
Bien. Megan Barnard said he's a reserved character but with a nasty temper. We will see if this is the case. How do you do, Mr. Fraser?
You Hercules Poirot. Mr. Hastings said you wanted to speak to me.
Yes. I know that it may not be the right time, but I would like to ask you a few questions.
Dobra, poobserwujmy go.
This man looks suspicious.
No, ma podkrążone oczy. Pomięty garnitur. Nie? To mi się wydaje pomięty, taki niechlujny wręcz. No i pije alkohol.
Leave me alone.
Donald Fraser is in a terrible state, as if he hadn't slept all night. And he's drinking White Horse.
Leave me alone.
Dobra, pogadajmy z nim.
Tell me that it's a mistake. That Betty isn't dead.
Sadly, your lady friend has been murdered, Mr. Fraser.
Oh, Betty, if only you'd listened.
Zapytamy go, czy widział naszą Betty wczoraj po południu.
Did you visit Betty yesterday afternoon?
No, I haven't seen Betty for 2 days. I was at the office yesterday afternoon.
Can you prove that?
Of course. But why this question? Betty died yesterday evening, didn't she?
Zapytamy, czy lubi whisky.
Yesterday, a guest came to the Ginger Cat alone and ordered a White Horse whiskey, and by the look of it, you also appear to be fond of this brand.
Yes, it's a good whiskey and not cheap. I only drink it on special occasions. Or tragic ones.
I understand. Do you know what Betty's plans were yesterday evening?
She said she was having dinner with her sister.
Sprecyzujemy, że jej siostra była w Londynie.
Yet, Megan only returned to Bexhill this morning, Mr. Fraser.
I didn't know.
Right. May I ask you what you were doing yesterday evening?
I spent the evening working.
Your colleagues can confirm this?
No, I often take work home with me.
Powiemy, że nie ma alibi.
Therefore, you have no alibi, Mr. Fraser.
That's right. But that doesn't make me a murderer, Mr. Poirot. I would like you to leave now, please.
Ah, I knew I'd find you here, Poirot. I thought the victim's young man was here.
Yes, is all yours, Chief Inspector. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Tak, kochani, nasuwa się pytanie, czy Donald miał motyw, aby zamordować Betty. No, zdradzała go, nie ukrywajmy tego. Wychodziła na randki z innymi facetami. No ale teraz przejdźmy do tego, co wie nasz Hercules. Znaleziono pleciony pasek z jedwabiu. Betty często wychodziła w celach towarzyskich, to tam. Na szyi widoczny jest ślad. Oba morderstwa zostały zaplanowane i popełnione przez tego samego mordercę. Donald nie ma alibi. Donald był bardzo zakochany w Betty. Donald był brutalnym mężczyzną, to bym dała. I oczywiście miał motyw, aby ją zabić, czyli nasza zazdrość. Czy Donald ma alibi? Donald nie ma alibi. Donald nie ma alibi i mógł być na plaży i zabić Betty. Ale czy nasz Donald ma motyw, aby popełnić wszystkie morderstwa? Oba przecież te morderstwa były zaplanowane i popełnione przez tego samego mordercę. Donald mógł zabić Betty, ale brak motywu co do pani Asher. No i co teraz? Mamy pogadać z Japem, czy co robimy? Może wyjdźmy.
Fraser doesn't have an alibi and he's extremely jealous.
You are very skilled at summing up.
And yet you haven't asked Jap to arrest him.
It is too soon. But I agree, without the letters announcing the crimes, Fraser would already be behind bars. Bon, I think we have enough elements. Let's reconstruct the events at the scene of the crime.
I can't imagine how the murderer wasn't seen, though. Surely she must have struggled.
Let us try and imagine the scene. The killer and the victim are walking on the beach. Miss Betty has a bag, a belt around her waist, and carries her shoes in her hand. Both of them walk slowly to hut number 5.
Podejdź.
Both of them walk slowly to hut number 6.
Zostaw rzeczy.
Miss Betty enters the hut. She leaves without her belongings. Then she hides a code.
Podejdź.
They keep walking. Then she removes her belt.
The murderer moves behind her and then attacks her by surprise. The body falls, lifeless, on the sand.
Everything appears to match the crime scene, mon cher Hastings. That is exactly what happened. Without the A.B.C, we might have suspected Mr. Asher and Mr. Fraser. But by timing his crimes, the murderer is making sure he's accused. In a way, it is very generous of him.
Generous? The murderer seduced Betty in order to lure her to the beach and kill her.
Indeed, the young woman was certainly careless, but not stupid enough to follow a stranger.
What are you planning to do, Poirot?
Return to London, mon cher Hastings.
No i kochani, wracamy już do Londynu, a my będziemy kończyć dzisiejszy odcinek A.B.C. Murders. Mam nadzieję, że on Wam się podobał, a ja Was zapraszam na kolejne odcinki z tej serii. Pa, pa!
Right, back to London. There is nothing more for us to do here.